If you think this transfer window is going to be quiet, think again, because what you are about to hear could completely reshape the balance of power in world football. One of the most feared wingers on the planet, a genuine Real Madrid superstar, is now being seriously linked with a move to the Premier League, and Arsenal are right at the heart of the conversation. This is not clickbait. This is not fan fiction. This is a situation that could explode very quickly. Welcome back to Gunners Updates. Make sure you hit subscribe right now so you never miss the biggest Arsenal transfer news, breaking updates, and developing stories just like this, because things are moving fast. Let's dive straight in. Vinicius Jr. continues to be heavily linked with a shock exit from Real Madrid, and the reason is simple. Contract talks have stalled. Despite being one of the most dangerous attackers in world football, discussions over a new deal have not progressed the way Madrid expected. Talks have taken place, but there is still no agreement in place, and that has set alarm bells ringing across Europe. Real Madrid are calm, but they are also pragmatic. If a renewal is not agreed soon, the club could be open to a sale, especially when you consider the astronomical fee that Vinicius would command. According to reports coming out of Spain, Arsenal and Chelsea are both closely monitoring the situation. Chelsea are believed to be pushing hardest at this stage, with claims they are willing to go as high as £150 million to get the deal done. That number is staggering, but it reflects Vinicius' status as a generational winger. Chelsea are desperate to inject elite quality into their attack, and Vinicius would instantly bring goals, assists, pace, unpredictability, and pure star power. Even new Real Madrid boss Xabi Alonso has publicly described him as a destructive force in the final third, a player who can tear games apart on his own. But Arsenal are not bystanders here. Far from it. Despite a recent draw against Liverpool, this still feels like a special season for the Gunners. After years of careful building under Mikel Arteta, many fans genuinely believe this could finally be the campaign where Arsenal go all the way and lift the Premier League title. The squad Arteta has assembled is among the strongest in Europe. Players like Saliba, Declan Rice, Raya, Timber, Odegaard, and Gabriel would walk into most teams on the continent. Yet even with all that quality, there is a feeling among supporters that the attack can still be upgraded, especially in the biggest games where fine margins decide titles and trophies. That is exactly where Vinicius Jr. fits the picture. Arsenal see him not as a replacement for Bukayo Saka, but as another elite-level match winner to complement him, a next-tier superstar who can decide games on his own. Vinicius and Saka are not identical players, but the parallels are obvious. Both are world-class international wingers. Both deliver goals and assists consistently. Both thrive on big stages against elite opposition. Saka's output since breaking into the first team has been phenomenal, with over 70 goals and 70 assists for Arsenal delivering season after season. Vinicius offers that same game-changing threat, but from the left side. Explosive acceleration, fearless dribbling, relentless direct running, and the ability to destroy low blocks and elite defenses alike. For Arsenal, adding Vinicius would not just be a statement, it would be transformational. It would elevate the team in the Premier League and send a clear message across Europe. The biggest obstacle is Chelsea's willingness to spend huge money. A £150 million deal would shatter records and signal serious intent. But if Arsenal truly want to dominate domestically and compete with the very best in the Champions League, this is the caliber of signing that defines eras. For Vinicius himself, the Premier League represents the ultimate challenge. He has already conquered Spain. A move to England could be the next chapter in his legacy. If Real Madrid decide to cash in, this will become one of the fiercest transfer battles we have seen in years. Gunners, would you break the bank for him? Is Vinicius the left-sided superstar Arsenal need to dominate Europe? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Meanwhile, Arsenal's interest in Real Madrid attacking midfielder Arda Güler continues to grow stronger. Reports suggest Mikel Arteta is personally leading the chase for the 20-year-old Turkish international. Arsenal have been tracking Güler closely for months, compiling detailed scouting reports, and internally there is a strong belief that his profile fits Arteta's system perfectly. Technical, creative, intelligent between the lines, and naturally left-footed, Güler ticks so many boxes. Although Xabi Alonso initially gave him a fresh start by deploying him in a deeper central role earlier in the season, his situation has changed in recent weeks. Minutes have dried up, starts have become rare, and that has reopened the door for a possible January move. Arsenal's interest is described as serious, not casual. Güler joined Real Madrid from Fenerbahce in 2023, but injuries and limited opportunities slowed his progress under Carlo Ancelotti. There were encouraging signs earlier this season when he started regularly and even won the Under-23 La Liga Player of the Month award after contributing goals and assists. Arteta reportedly sees similarities with Martin Odegaard, another left-footed playmaker who struggled for opportunities at Madrid before becoming Arsenal captain. A loan with an option to buy is being explored, a structure that worked perfectly in Odegaard's case. Arsenal's promise is clear: guaranteed minutes, a central role, and complete trust in the system, something Madrid cannot currently guarantee. Manchester United are also monitoring Güler, but Arsenal believe their project is the most compelling. Defensively, Marc Guehi is once again on Arsenal's radar. The Crystal Palace captain is understood to prefer a move to Arsenal or Liverpool over Manchester City. His contract runs until 2026, and Palace manager Oliver Glasner has admitted a January exit is possible if the right offer arrives. Arsenal admired Guehi last summer, but opted for other options. Whether they act now or wait until the summer remains to be seen, especially with Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori performing at an elite level. Elsewhere, there is surprise news surrounding Gabriel Martinelli. Reports claim the Brazilian has informed Arsenal of his desire to explore a possible summer exit. Despite the team flying, Martinelli has started only 6 Premier League games this season and is concerned about his long-term role. With 18 months left on his contract, Arsenal may soon face a major decision. The club could demand a huge fee and potentially reinvest it into another elite winger, with Rodrigo mentioned as a possible target. Selling Martinelli would be a bold call, but it would underline Arsenal's commitment to constant evolution. On top of that, Arsenal are reportedly leading the race to sign PSG winger Bradley Barcola. Talks have already begun, with Arteta keen to add another world-class attacker. Barcola has struggled for consistent minutes under Luis Enrique, which could work in Arsenal's favor. Liverpool and other top clubs are watching closely, but Arsenal believe they are well positioned. Arsenal are also battling Manchester United for teenage Blackburn forward Igor Tyjan, continuing their aggressive youth recruitment strategy. Interest remains strong in Newcastle fullback Tino Livramento, Borussia Dortmund winger Karim Adeyemi, and Real Madrid winger Rodrigo, all of whom fit Arteta's profile. Arsenal are calm, strategic, and calculated in the market. 6 points clear at the top of the table, already through to the Champions League knockout stages. There is no panic. The club will only move if the right opportunity presents itself. Plans are in place, targets are identified, and the long-term vision remains clear. So Gunners, which move excites you most? Would you go all in for Vinicius? Is Güler the next Odegaard? Or should Arsenal trust the current squad to finish the job? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash the like button, and subscribe to Gunners updates for non-stop Arsenal transfer news and analysis.